Hi guys, welcome to Potosí, Bolivia. I got in 2 nights ago. I'm going to catch you up real quick on a few more things I forgot to tell you last time, and then I'll tell you about everything I've been doing and my new plan. So I forgot to tell you guys about the difference between empanadas, salteñas, and tucumanas. So salteñas are baked typically, and they're filled with meat or chicken, usually really juicy inside, as I had mentioned. Tucumanas here are similar, but they're usually fried, and then empanadas here are usually filled with cheese and fried. Also found out, so salteñas, the name for it, came from, basically there was this woman from Salta in Argentina who moved here, and she made basically really good empanadas. No surprise there, because empanadas in Argentina are amazing and they're really good in Salta. So basically they started calling them salteñas because they would say, like, pretty much go get them from the salteña. They would call the lady from Salta. Also tucumanas comes from the area of Argentina, Tucumán, so that's how they got that name as well. Another side note is I found out that Mondays are more similar to our Sundays, as in like more of a lazy day. Things tend to close a lot. So I guess at least, I think that's all over Bolivia, not just Sucre, but a lot of things are closed on Mondays. What else? I know there was one other thing, but I'll come back to that because it's not coming to me right now. So let me fill you in on the rest of my stay in Sucre. Oh, side note, everyone thinks I'm Argentinian, by the way. Everyone always asks me that, so that's like number one guess. I used to get a lot of Brazil, but now it's always like everyone's first guess. So, which I don't mind because I love Argentina. So the rest of my time in Sucre, I ended up later on meeting up with my host. We went to the market. We had this traditional warm drink made from corn called tohori, and had like a little pastel with that, which is kind of similar to the empanadas here, but not stuffed with anything, but fried pastry basically. Walked around the town a bit and found this French event going on, so just checked that out for a while. They had some food and they're teaching about like different French colonies basically, and music and stuff like that. Went there and then went to this German bar. I don't remember the name, Kultur or something like that. And I guess on Tuesdays they typically have a lot of like international people, couch surfing and that sort of thing. And there was this cultural exchange, language exchange group there that we ended up hanging out with. They're mostly Bolivian actually, but anyways, that was fun. Hung out with them, played the game like telephone. When you tell someone something, you whisper it to them, and then you keep doing that in a chain and see how that comes out, except we did it in any language, so it was definitely nothing like how it started. But anyways, it was cool. So that was the rest of that evening when I last spoke to you guys. And then the last day, the day after that, was pretty chill. I ended up going to this art gallery, which is similar to the museum I went to, the textiles. You could also learn some more about the history there. And then later on, went to the Cerro, where they have this monument called Corazón Sagrado. So basically it was pretty much a short hike. I went with one of the girls from that group I met in Uyuni. About a half an hour hike up the mountain. They have different crosses along the way. Again, like more nice views of the city. And then they have this statue at the top. And then inside, actually, you can light candles and things like that. So that was pretty much the last day. Pretty chill. Again, planning what I was going to be doing next, which has completely changed by now. And then later, we all met up for dinner because it was like the last day everyone was going to be there. And then the day after was actually the day I headed out to here. So again, pretty chill day for the most part. Ended up meeting up with everyone for a little bit at a cafe, and with my host for a little bit, and then pretty much made my way to Potosí. So day after I got in, it was actually Viernes Santo, which is Good Friday. So almost everything was closed. Even today, which is Saturday, almost everything has been closed. So definitely not a lot going on. Did catch some parades yesterday though in the streets, and some people in the church like Friday night. Yeah, but anyways, pretty low-key for sure. And yesterday I pretty much spent the day walking around the city. So again, it's like in the main part of the city, kind of cute colonial area, not as well maintained, I would say, as Sucre, but still has its cute areas, different colored buildings. So right now I'm in Plaza 10 de Noviembre, which is the main plaza. And I also walked around, checked out some other plazas, of course, churches. They also have a witches market here like they have in La Paz. Maybe they have that in every city, I'm not really sure. But yeah, pretty much spent the day exploring the city. And part of that story is I walked up to this mirador, which is this lookout, and I ended up getting bit by dogs again, which has completely changed my plan. Again, it wasn't like really hard or anything, but still enough to make me bleed a little. So this is the second time now in Bolivia as well. And this time I'm gonna get vaccinated for rabies so that hopefully I don't die from this. Anyways, I was gonna go to Tarija, which is this other city in Bolivia, but because I'm meeting my friend Amber in like a week in Salta, and I think the treatment takes about 10 days, maybe more, and you have to be in one place. So now the new plan is I'm going like straight to Salta tonight, well, to the border. I'm leaving, I'll get in tomorrow and then hopefully get that started. And hopefully that won't mess up our trip too much as far as me needing to stay way longer in Salta. So that's changed. Yesterday at the end of the day in the hostel I watched this movie called The Devil's Miner, which is a really good movie. It's a documentary. It actually won all these film festival awards, but basically about the situation of the miners here, because Potosí is famous for basically this mountain here and all the mining they do, which is a really sad story. But anyways, I actually visited the mines today, and so it's called Cerro Rico. They've found tons of silver in this mountain as well as some other minerals. Silver's been the main one, but ever since like colonial period of time, when the Spaniards came and then they made basically indigenous people work pretty much like slaves. 8 million people have died. They call it the mountain that eats men alive. Really, really sad stuff. And they hardly get paid. They basically get paid based on how much they extract and like the quality of it. There used to be tons, there still is now, but not like in the past. So I actually got to go in the mines today, check that out, and like learned a lot from the movie as well as the tour. But anyways, a lot of people work in there. There's like 800 children even working in there. Most people don't live past 35 or 40 because of the conditions of working in the mines, and basically your lungs get coated with everything, the dust and minerals and all that, and you end up dying super premature, which is really sad. Inside there's this thing called Tío, which is basically like a statue of a devil, which they actually have in all different areas throughout like the mines, the tunnels. And basically the story behind that is when the Spaniards came, apparently after a while, well, they were making everyone work, and like for I think 4 to 6 months, like literally just staying in the mountain, like not even coming out. And then at some point the workers were fed up and were like, we're done working. And pretty much the Spaniards knew about their beliefs and their gods and everything, and so they built this statue inside and basically said like, he's going to punish you if you don't work. And anyways, they kept working, and ever since then basically it's like another god. They do offerings to keep him happy and to make sure nothing happens to them and they stay safe. So really sad. They'll bring like coca leaves, cigarettes, alcohol. They still do sacrifices of llamas the 1st of May and some other month, I want to say. Anyways, but really poor conditions, working conditions, really sad stories. And that's kind of how all that went. Basically the way they came up with the name Tío is because basically in Spanish, Dios is God. but in Quechua the D didn't exist in their language. So basically when they said it, or basically the Spaniards had told them like Dios with a T, and from there it just became Tio, and that's how that name stuck. Now even women are allowed to work in the mine, although there's not a lot of them working there, but they're allowed to. So that's pretty much the story of that. Let me show you the plaza a little bit while I'm catching you up on anything else. This is a really pretty main plaza. Back there, there's another plaza and all these important buildings, which of course I don't remember exactly the names of all of them. That's Cabildo, remember that one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I know I'm always forgetting something, which I'll fill you guys in on next. I'm actually going to go to the Casa de Moneda, which is one of the most famous museums in Bolivia, where they basically like made all the coins from all the silver they extracted in the mountain. Still doing that today. Well, now it's a museum, but anyways. And gonna do like a walking tour after that, so I'll probably learn a lot more that I can fill you guys in next time. But anyways, I'll save that for later. Talk to you soon. Bye.